Entertainment World Soldier here, and I'm back to talk about Fallout Season 2, Episode 6, and my thoughts on this episode. I did not enjoy this episode. I really didn't. I do think that there are some pluses in this episode, because there's like a character they introduce that's important to the lore of Fallout, because this was the guy who said the iconic line of "War never changes." So I thought that was great for the fans. But for me, on a story level, it feels dull and annoying, especially when they show a character who we thought, or at least I thought, was going to be like a major bad guy that was going to be interesting to see how the Ghoul would deal with that character, and they just change her into basically a damsel in distress. And that was terrible for me. I thought that would have been a lot more interesting for both characters. It would have been interesting to see where that went. But doing this kind of story with her, I didn't like it. I did not like it. I thought that just damages the story. It just makes the character weak. And that's just not good writing, I'm sorry. As for Lucy's party episode, I was expecting a lot more. Like, come on. She's back with her father now. Why am I not hearing anything between them two? Like, I get it, the dad's got a project and he wants to show her, but come on. There's no argument, there's not Lucy, throwing threats to him. There's just this dumb little girl who just wants to do the right thing. Come on, she's been in the wasteland for a decent amount of time. I don't know, a swear word, a punch, something. I know people are going to say, well, she did do that thing, yeah? She was trying to take him. I get it. But there needs to be a lot more. Like, this guy did murder thousands of people, destroy a new civilization. And this is the best you've got? And then that whole thing and that whole storyline with the fucking mind control devices, like, come on. Just give me something, Lucy. As for Maxima, because he's also in this episode, yeah, you blink and you miss him. That's how much he's in this fucking episode. I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing with Maximus in this season. It just seems like a waste of his character. If you're not going to do anything with him, if you're just going to put him there for a second, just leave him out of the fucking episode. Then bring him back for a full episode later. It's just annoying. Because again, I do like Maximus. I think he's a good character. I think he's an interesting character. So do something with him. Oh, God, that's annoying. It really fucking is. I guess we should mention the Vault people. They are also in this episode. But again, you blink and you miss them. And the story just isn't interesting. I get it, they're a bunch of children acting out, and you've got this woman acting like their bloody mother. I thought this scene was going to go somewhere when you saw the Vault Tech and you saw what she was, doing. And it just turned to a fucking joke. Like, I get it, and people are going to make this excuse. It's the comedy, you just don't know it. I'm not in the mood. Okay, the Vault guy's story is fucking boring. I get it. I saw next week's trailer. That's supposed to turn into something important. Listen, can we stop with the one scene fucking appearance of characters? Either dedicate a whole fucking thing to them or just leave them out. I'm just not in the fucking mood. Because it's just boring me at this point. Norm is not in this episode. I mean, after leaving us on a cliffhanger last week, kind of think you should probably bring him back in this episode. Like, there was enough time, enough space to put him in. So, I don't know why he wasn't in this episode. Yeah, this episode was just very disappointing to me. Like, yeah, I guess they brought a character back who is the icon of the War Never Changes. That's great. And it's great for the fans. I'm glad they got that. But for somebody who's, wants to watch this for entertainment, I don't have the connection to the games, that means nothing to me. So this episode was boring. and bad. Like, no, it's not terrible. Again, I have seen terrible episodes. I have seen terrible shows. So this isn't terrible. But I think we have to come to a realisation it's not fucking perfect either. It's nowhere near as good as the first season. It's not just me saying that, it's the numbers as well. Because they're coming up. Not as much people are talking about Fallout this year. There's not enough talk on the, social media platforms. Even on YouTube, it doesn't seem to be getting that much attention. So, yeah, I can kind of see why that is. Mainly because taking a year break in between seasons is not a smart idea. Okay? Either do these shows back to back and film them at the same time you're releasing them, or don't bother. Because people are not waiting around for years to find out about Lucy or find out about the goal. You gotta remember, we're now in a different age. People's, concentration is very limited these days, especially amongst, the kids. And that's a factor now. So you gotta get these things out quicker. So what would I give the episode out of 10? Look, it ain't perfect, but it ain't complete shit. So I'm going to be fair and I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It's the best I can do. It's a 5 out of 10. I didn't enjoy the episode. Okay, I just didn't. I don't think I'm ever going to rewatch it again. I'm just disappointed. I do expect more from Fallout because it is well written. It is well acted. I like all the characters. But again, I'm going to need you to put something in the episode for me to enjoy it. So, for me, yeah, it's a 5 out of 10. Let's get to spoilers now. If you don't want to hear spoilers, leave in 3, 2, 1. So, the episode starts off with us seeing the goal. He was impaled by that pole and he's pretty much in the shit because nobody wants to help him off the pole. The dog comes by and grabs the ghoul's hat and just runs away. And, he's pretty fucked. Now, he is trying to pull himself up, but it's not working. So we then go to a flashback scene of Cooper confronting his wife about the fact that she is planning to nuke the world for profit or for corporations. And, she's taken aback by this because she wasn't expecting him to know any of that. But now that he does, here's where the episode drops off for me. Instead of what I was thinking, where she would say, I'm doing this for the future of the human race, I'm doing this for us, and have them having a big fight about it, it turns out Barb is not, she is involved, but not of her own free will. She's being threatened. Now, for me, that just makes her character weaker. I'm sorry, it just does. So instead of her being like the mastermind of, dropping the nukes on the world to start a world war, she's just a damsel in distress. And that's just bullshit to me. I'm sorry, it just is. Like, I get it. People are going to say it makes so much sense, She's getting bullied into this. You don't want to have her being a bad guy. That would have been interesting. And would have made sense to why the goal is the goal. That she took, when he brought the daughter back, she pushes him out and lets him, experience the wasteland. Like, I don't know. I was expecting, that story would have been interesting. The ghoul having to fight his wife and save his little girl. But now we're just, the ghoul's going to have to save his wife and kid. But we've seen that story so many fucking times. And it's just dull. So, yeah, it's disappointing. So she explains to Cooper what's happening. Basically, the people who are actually in charge of Vault-Tec and all the other corporations have pretty much told her if she doesn't do as she's told, she will lose her family and her own life at the same time. Because she also, you get this kind of compilation scene of her doing her interviews with people. The whole comedic stuff as well was involved as well. So that's great, whatever. But yeah, she's not in charge. The scene where she said drop the bomb, that was her being forced to say that by the people who are actually in charge. Maybe it's the Enclave, maybe it's a new person, who fucking knows. But yes, Barb is not a bad guy, she's just a woman in a shit situation. So there you go. And Cooper then says, okay, if you're not in charge, who's in charge? She says she doesn't know. So Cooper takes it upon himself to find out for himself, goes out, tries to find the younger Hank at the party, does find him, brings him up to his room, drugs him, and opens his case where he finds this mysterious needle thing. And then Barb comes in, takes the needle thing from Cooper, sticks it in Hank's neck, and then when they pull it out, it turns out to be the vial that Maximus has. So I don't know what that means. Again, I don't know Fallout lore. Is that a normal thing for somebody to put some needle into somebody and it turns out to be a power device? I don't know. But yeah, we then go to Maximus, who's with that other Gaul person, his friend, and they're pretty much trying to figure out what the fuck they do, that they have now left the Brotherhood of Steel, and the Gaul guy wants to sell it, whereas Maximus wants to do the good thing and find good people to give this important technology to. And that's it. Nothing else from Maximus. Nothing. That's the scene you get. That's it. I think it's pointless. We then go to Lucy, who wakes up in her father's bunker, whatever the fuck it's called, and she then starts to walk around and just sees random people walking about. You see a bunch of Caesar's Legion people there, and when Lucy grabs an extinguisher to knock them out, they turn out to be nice people. I mean, they do have those mind control devices on the head, so yeah, they're under control. And then Lucy confronts her father, and I was expecting something more. You know, this guy has murdered thousands, murdered somebody right in front of you, destroyed your life, and all you get is, oh, why are you so mean, Daddy? I'm going to take you back to the vault where you could be put on trial. It's like, what the fuck? This guy has killed thousands of people, Lucy. Could I get a bit more fucking anger out of you? Like, what you were when you fucking learnt that your dad killed your mother and destroyed an entire city. Now we're here. Now you're face to face with a man who killed your mother, killed a bunch of people, and I'm getting nothing. But, you know, so Lucy then grabs some weapon off the table, forces her dad to comply with her, and Hank just says, well, if you're going to do this right, grabs some cuffs, puts them on, and lets Lucy walk him out the building. And Lucy then says that he's got to free all the people that he's put under the mind control device and leave all the doors open so they can leave. And Hank says, yeah, sure, fine. And just begins to tell everybody, hey, you can all go now, have a good life out there on the surface. But turns out all these people all kind of, well, they're from the wasteland, know how shit it is. They're now in a very nice place, so they all want to stay, even though you could make the argument that they're all under the mind control device, and what if you remove them? Maybe you would find out what they really want. Who knows? But maybe this is what they want, and they want to be these people. Who knows? So this is Hank's plan. Hank's plan is to turn the entire wasteland into the retards from the vault. Because that's how they all act. They're all nice, friendly bastards who were a bunch of evil sons of bitches on the surface. Because one woman apparently was a massive murderer. Now she sharpens pencils. So Lucy tries to get them to leave. They won't leave. Hank then brings in like two new Caesar's Legion people. And they haven't had their chips activated yet, so they're still human beings, and one of them wants to kill the other one. Lucy's trying to stop them from doing that, and Hank uses the opportunity to force Lucy to activate the devices on their neck, and she does, and you get this kind of funny scene where the guy who wanted to kill the other guy then stops and says, hey, are you alright, mate? Oh, I'm sorry this happened to you. And yeah, it was a funny scene, I will grant you that. And that's how Lucy's episode ends, with her reluctantly agreeing with her dad that maybe this could be a good idea. Didn't say it, I'm just kind of, the way Lucy was looking at the situation, I kind of think that's what she thinks. Just saying. We then go back to the goal, who's still trying to pull himself from the pole, and he can't do it. So some random creature then comes up, destroys the pole, tears the goal off of it, brings the goal back to his home. Turns out this is a mutant, and it's voiced by Ron Perlman. And this guy's the guy who did the line "War never changes," which is a very important line in Fallout, I think. But well, he's an important speaker in Fallout, so it was great to see him. He's the one playing the mutant, and the mutant helps the Ghoul recover by giving him some sort of radiation thing that apparently the Ghouls can kind of live off, and that apparently heals the Ghoul up pretty well. But the Ghoul doesn't want to join this mutant and his army, I think he said, to fight against the normals or whatever. And the mutant pretty much says okay, and then dumps his ass back where he found him. Knocks him out first so he doesn't know where the mutant live. And yeah, that's all we got from that. The final scene is just Maximus getting approached by the dog with the Ghoul's hat, and the dog leading them to the Ghoul, and the episode ends with the Ghoul seeing what's in Maximus's hand and saying, "Where'd you get that?" And that's the episode. Not really much happened. I mean, there you go. For me, it was disappointing. I think you should have done more in this episode. I think Norm should have been in it. I think Maximus should have had a lot more of a screen time, for being honest. But, yeah. I mean, that's what you got. Listen, it's not a terrible episode. I enjoyed some of it. The fight scene between the two guys was a funny scene. The Ghouls, chat with the mutant, that was fun as well. But other than that, not really much. So, disappointing episode for me. I do hope the last two episodes are better. And yeah, listen, I don't think the series is terrible. I don't. I like most of the episodes. But it is starting to, get to the point where it just needs to hurry the fuck up. And I want to see a bit more action too. I mean, this is Fallout. Bit more guns, bit more fire, bit more, armor, flying. Come on. Yeah, so, yeah, 5 out of 10. That's the end of my video. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a dislike. And if you like my content, do feel like subscribing. And if you have a comment, leave it below and I'll try to get back to it. Entertainment Soldier. Bye.